I have my data in, and the first thing that I want to do to create my histogram is to highlight my data and sort it. So I'm sorting smallest to largest, and that's just going to help me when I create this histogram so that as I'm counting, all the numbers are there together. I'm going to have a starting LCL, or lower class limit, my number of classes, the range, and then the class width. Okay, so my starting LCL, every instructor is a little bit different. Some make you start with the lowest number. Some say round down to find the lowest number. So I am going to actually round down to 20, and then we will go from there. So the workbook says we are to create a histogram using 6 classes. So that will be given to you, 5 or 6 classes. Sometimes it may be a little bit more. And now we want to find our range. So I'm going to do equals, and then you can either do your max of the data set, or you can just scroll down and get your max value. So here that's 80 minus your min, which is 22. And notice I am using cell referencing. That's just helping you as you move along in your statistics class. You will be able to do cell referencing if you go ahead and start getting the hang of it now. Okay, and then our class width. Class width, remember, is the range divided by the number of classes. Again, I'm using my cell referencing here. And so I'm getting 9.667. Okay, so we always want to round up to a nice number. So I'm going to round this up to 10. So I'm going to use 10 as my class width. Now we want to start creating our LCLs. So LCL, and then we're going to have our UCLs, and then we're going to have our frequencies, or f of x here. So LCLs, we're starting at 20, and then we are doing a class width of 10, so you can do equals the previous LCL. So here we have 20 plus my class width of 10. Okay, again, equals the previous LCL plus 10. Then if you highlight those 2 cells and drag down, that will give you all of your values for your lower class limits. Your upper class limits should be 1 value less than the next lower class limit. So since the second class starts at 30, then our first class ending should be 29. Okay, and then of course to get your upper class limits, you can do equals the previous upper class plus 10. And then you could just drag down and you'll get those values. Okay, if you notice, I have 79 as my upper class limit value, and my actual largest number is 80. So that means that 20 is not going to work. So what if we change this to 21? Okay, so all that's going to do is change here. And then notice, because I did cell referencing, everything changed. But I also have to change my upper class limit from 29 to 30, and everything changed. So now my classes contain all my values. Remember, the lowest was 22, so 21 includes that, and the highest is 80, and that's included in that class 6. So now we need to count our frequencies. And if you highlight, you can kind of see where my arrow changes. It changes from the plus to an arrow over here when you're on the row numbers. If you highlight, so if I'm going to hold down the mouse, the left mouse button, and then highlight down to what would be included, And notice it says 3R by, and then it has a long number there. That 3R means I've highlighted 3 rows. That is how many, that's my frequency. Let's do the same thing for the next. So from 31 to 40, again 3. From 41 to 50, 6. From 51 to 60, that's 8. From 61 to 70, 13. And from 71 to 80, 7. So now I have my lower class limits, my upper class limits, and my frequencies. And if you want, I'm going to pop a column in right here. You can do this at the beginning. I'm just going to write classes and 21 to 30. This is going to make it a little bit easier when I want to rename my x-axis or my horizontal axis. So this should be to 40, 31 to 40, to 40, and 41 to 50. And I wanted you guys to see that Excel will actually recognize that you are writing, and it kind of grays that out. If you just hit enter, it will fill in the rest of your classes for you. Okay, so now I need to actually create my histogram. So this was just getting there to now create my histogram. So I'm going to highlight my frequencies and do insert, and then you see this little bar graph up here where it says insert column or bar chart, and you're going to click on your first one. Slide this over. Okay, but right now this is a bar chart. It does not look like a histogram, so you want to make sure that you change this to look like a histogram. So if you come over to quick layout, and it's layout number 8, it changes it to look like a histogram, and it throws in those axis titles for you, which you always want. So here our x-axis is our class widths, and those are the annual salary. In US dollars. And then our y-axis is the frequency. And then we're just going to call this ACME, employees. Okay, so right now it's counting it just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but we want this x-axis to actually be what our classes are. So if you select, so I just clicked on the 1. You could pick any value down here, but as long as you're selecting that data. And then if you see where it says select data up here, so I'm under that chart tools, the chart tools area still of Excel, select data, and then here where we have horizontal axis labels, we're going to click edit, and I'm going to tell it, well, I want you to use those classes. So you're going to highlight and hit OK, and notice now that it has changed it for me. So this is what you want your histogram to look like when you're all finished.